As dogs do, the dog was barking and aggressing towards the officers because the dog doesn't know any better.
New tonight, we are talking with Tulsa Police after a video was posted online of an officer tasing a dog. Glad you're with us tonight. I'm Sarah Whaley.
And I'm Shay Rossi. We first brought you this story on Fox 23 News at 10 last night. We do want to warn you, some of you may find this video difficult to watch. Fox 23's crime and safety reporter John Acebus joins us live. John, what did police tell you today?
Well, as we've mentioned for the last couple of days, it's being internally reviewed by Internal Affairs. There's also a group within the department that reviews use of force. Anytime somebody uses use of force, whether that's tasers or whatever it is, they take a look at that. But I want to remind you, as we also mentioned yesterday, there was a guy named Dylan Harris that police were looking for. He was wanted for assault and multiple warrants. They found him, and they say he wouldn't listen and put his dog on a leash. That's Dylan Harris on the ground, wanted for assault and multiple warrants. That was his dog, Loop, who was just tased.
I think it's very sad.
The dog shakes off the initial tase and crawls on its front legs back to police and Harris on the ground.
We've had some issues with him before. He had a couple of dogs with him, and we asked him at least 6 times to, hey, you need to secure the dog.
After the dog makes it back to where Harris and police are, it's kicked away by the officer.
And they use pepper balls, and they kick the dog away, is what I've seen in the video online and very preliminary on the videos that we have. And then the dog eventually goes away.
I spoke with Captain Richard Muhlenberg. He says the situation is being reviewed by Internal Affairs and another interdepartment team that reviews use of force.
People have told us their concerns about this, and they're understandable. You know, people are seeing, a 100-yard view of what's happening there, and they don't have access to all the information. And if the officers are found out of policy for something, then we'll definitely talk about that.
I went back out to the area Monday and ran into Bianca Annabog. She watched the video and didn't think the dog should have been tased or have had anything done to him.
It was just barking, so maybe the officer felt threatened by the barking.
Muhlenberg tells me the department will carefully review the video, but in this situation, Harris should have listened and immediately leashed his dog.
Officers have to protect themselves in a situation. Now, this case, as any case, when we're going to deploy pepper balls and a taser, it's going to come under review.
And as for Dylan Harris, he did get booked for assault and battery and multiple other charges. Police also tell me the dog didn't suffer any major ramifications or anything like that, was able to walk away. It is a little bit jarring when you see the dog getting tased and being frozen. So the initial concern is that people had is that the dog was hurt, but they do tell me that dog walked away and is uninjured. Covering news that matters, John Acebus, Fox 23 News.